Today, again, one more super inspiring story of our client, Jasim. Hi, Jasim.
Hi Ravi, nice to see you.
Yeah, it's always nice to see you, your energetic presence and the beautiful smile. I love it.
I'm so glad to join you today.
Excellent. Nice, nice. So, to everyone who is watching this story today, I'm bringing one stories of our leaders one by one, and the reason being that to inspire everyone. I can inspire, my coaches can inspire, and I can write a lot of things and do this motivational speaking thing. That inspires them. But when we hear stories of people just like us, when we hear that how they can transform themselves from here to here and 10x their goals and take action and make a big difference in their life, not only for their career, for their, in fact, make a difference for their bosses and upper management and everybody in their office. And at the same time, when we see that just people just like us use these mindfulness tools and techniques and reduce the stress from their life, then we get inspired. Stories inspire us, and especially the story from just people just like us. They are telling authentically live. There is no editing, there is no commercial here. Jasim is here and he's going to tell his authentic story in his own words today. So stay tuned, watch this entire episode to see that what is possible for you. See yourself in Jasim's world and see how you can also create this success without stress story. So, just a little bit of introduction of Jasim. He's amazing. In just few weeks of period, he has achieved so much big transformation in his mindset, and he has started thinking differently. He has started behaving differently, and he has started. He has totally upped his game of for his life and future amazingly well. And we're gonna listen to for him all these achievement. But just to quick highlight that he has overcome his all limiting beliefs, destroyed them totally, and showing up as a as a confident leader to his boss and upper management, creating those strategic alliances, and all that while reducing stress from life. He keeps telling us how he has been jolly and happy and fully present for his family, and we're going to hear all that wonderful things for him. So so Jasim, let's start with how it was for you when we started, and then we'll tell us how this whole journey unfolded for you. So let's start from the beginning when we met.
Here, Ravi. So, as you know, I am a software developer by profession. And when I started, I was a software developer, and I'm very good at my technical work and everything, but not maybe good enough in terms of leadership skills and being confident and reaching out to my upper management and so on. And I feared being judged, and I feared being rejected. So my career was okay, but I wanted more advancement, more higher goals and so on. So that's why I joined the Leader Inside You program.
Yeah, that's what we keep saying to ourselves. My career is okay. Everything is going perfect for you. You're making good money. Life is good. Everything was okay, but there was something in you that was not happy.
Right.
So what
So
was that part? What part was not happy that made you do something about it?
yeah, happy basically not getting the promotions as many as
Mhm.
I would like, and not uh, making money wise, not making that not reaching my goal of the making money, higher
Yeah.
level, more higher amounts, and so on. So these are some things, and again, this is what prompted me to join the program.
Right. And I remember our first conversation. You always felt that there is such so much more potential that you have. You have a lot more skills and capabilities, and you're getting a lot of value. And given more responsibility, you can do a lot more.
Yeah.
And then,
So I had the technical skills. I had a leader inside me, but your
yeah.
program your program is the one who brought that leader outside. Basically wake the leader up, and so to speak. And also the monkeys on the shoulders.
Uh-huh. Right.
Because the leader is very strong now. So
Right.
you know, so that's the reason. I had of course I had leadership skills, but the program is so good. It
Hmm.
brought everything out of me, encouraged me to be more present, more practice executive presence,
Hmm.
talking to the reaching out to my leaders, reaching out to my bosses, and be value to them. So these are the things that helped me to reach this point.
Right. So how tell us how you destroyed those limiting beliefs and fear. How did they go away? Like, is it that technique of not listening to monkey on the shoulder, or is it that practice that you do? What do you do to get over those fears and inhibitions?
Yeah, so I m- uh, strengthening my willpower. That's important. That is done by the meditations we do,
Mm-hmm.
the and mindfulness and meditation, and also not listening. Just practicing not to listen to the monkey on the shoulder, and listening more and more to the leader inside you. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
everyone has a leader inside
Mm-hmm.
themselves, but we need to listen more to the leader rather than the monkeys on the shoulder.
Right. Yeah. Isn't it how beautiful? If you take it like it's a simple technique,
It
it's a
is.
magic formula.
Yeah.
But how I see working for you because you are consistency. I see that every day morning you are always there for 5 minutes, 5 minutes meditation, and that's how you are achieving the success. That's so wonderful.
Yeah. So I'm kind of a very consistent person from my
Hmm.
childhood. So when I joined your program, I took it very seriously. I
Hmm.
finished all the lessons. I attended all the group calls with all the other
Hmm.
inspired leaders.
Hmm.
I attended all the coaching sessions, one-on-one coaching sessions with either Lisa or yourself.
Hmm.
So I'm very consistent with that, and I'm seeing the results now. I'm gradually applying the learning I from the program, and I'm
Hmm.
seeing a lot more confidence in myself, and I'm practicing executive presence throughout my whole day.
Right.
And my leaderships, my bosses are actually seeing the differences, and they're giving me more responsibilities and more tasks to do to
Yeah.
be a better leader.
Awesome. Yay. Okay. So tell us about how this, what do you know about the executive presence now? How it is different, how you are showing up different, and how this practicing in group call, transform your because executive presence is a very vague concept,
Right.
So what do you know now in a practical way and how you are doing differently in your office?
So if I am in a meeting, I'm not just listening to the speaker. I'm listening all around the room. What is
Mm-hmm.
going on? Trying to get a bigger picture. What's happening? And if I get a chance, connecting to other people's,
Mm-hmm.
and also supporting, if needed, supporting other people, commenting on other people's positions, if needed, questioning. So very much, very present there with
Mm-hmm.
all the things going on, not just one thing. So that's how executives do do their
Right.
job. So
Exactly.
we need to be executives ourselves to
Correct.
get
Exactly.
get to that level.
Right. Nice. And we can read all the books about all those things and then good, but what makes a difference is practice.
Absolutely.
And that's what you've been always on the calls, that all our group calls. You never miss one. You're always on the call and always presenting and discussing and all those things. So how was this group call experience for you? How did it help?
Yes, I actually have been. I mean, always looked forward to for the Thursday evening group call.
Okay.
I enjoyed it so much.
Mhm.
It's a forum for sharing my experience, also learning from other executives, other leaders, other
Mhm.
inspired leaders' experiences. It's so much to learn. It's a very fun forum.
Mhm.
We keep talking about our experiences, what are the lessons learned, and you were there always telling us very important points about what is the summary of what is the main thing that we need to focus on.
Exactly. And it goes on till midnight, right? So finally, we have to say, okay,
Uh,
let's go.
for my time zone, it goes up to 1 hour after
Oh,
midnight.
man. Right. It's even longer.
Yeah,
You wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning and keep going.
yeah.
So it's so beautiful to see how you brought all this energy and then how you brought your valuable comments and ideas and inspire others at the same time getting inspired. That was so beautiful. Nice. And because of the executive presence, you said that earlier also you mentioned that your boss started noticing you more. What
Yes.
tell us what happened and what is happening because of your better executive presence now?
So previously, in the meetings, many times I would not actually comment. I would feel, am I saying the right thing? I was
Hmm.
as fearful of being judged. Am I saying the right thing? Am I how it's going to be perceived and
Hmm.
so on? But nowadays I don't do that anymore. Whatever I feel, I just gently say that. So that
Hmm.
way, and many of the times, maybe 95% of the time, I'm right actually.
Yeah,
So,
I know, right?
so my boss sees that. Hey,
Hmm.
Jasim is right almost all the time, and
Yeah.
he's participating. He's taking ownership of things. So that's
Hmm.
how I'm being perceived now by my bosses.
Right. And what has happened to your confidence because of that?
Absolutely, the confidence level skyrocketed. I mean, I feel so
Skyrocketed.
much confident. I don't feel any hesitation at all
Uh-huh.
talking to my any of my bosses or colleagues or anyone actually at the office.
Right. Yeah. And with this all this confidence and showing up as a leader, you have totally upped the game for your future. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so I have set up very big goals for myself.
Yay.
This confidence and all the alliances I'm building with my top management.
Hmm.
I am setting up goal myself to be a director of software engineering in a couple of
Yeah.
years, and later
Mhm.
on uh, reaching the CTO level of a
Yeah,
company.
right. So excellent. You have totally up your game and then it's all gonna show up. And
Absolutely,
one
I'll
beautiful,
reach to that goal. There's no
yes.
question about it.
And that was a lovely creative visualization we did in our call. It was
Yeah.
so inspiring for everyone. That was so nice.
Yes,
Right. Mm.
creative visualization is very important for all the leaders, for myself
Mm.
as well. So I keep doing it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And now you have declared to the world your bigger vision, and then all universe is gonna stars are gonna align to come to this thing. Beautifully done.
Absolutely.
Right. And how was the experience with this one-on-one coaching? It's something for the first time you experience, right? They're
Yeah.
talking about
So
you.
I have not done any one-on-one coaching with any coaches before. Your
Mhm.
coaching team is excellent. They're the experts. Uh, More specifically, you did coaching one time, and Lisa did most of them.
Mhm.
There are so many things I learned. Usually, the learnings we do in online learning that gets many of the that gets more clarifications, more reinforcements.
Mhm.
We talk about different kind of human needs. We talk about how to be executively present there, and so many other things. And also, we talk about how to talk to how to talk to your bosses,
Mhm.
prepare for that, how to prepare for interviews.
Mhm.
So many things are these are more one-to-one communication is specific to my situation. Whatever questions I had,
Mhm.
coaches are answering those and also guiding me to the right answers for me.
Yeah, excellent, right? And Lisa is always so much fond of you. Like she always keep mentioning, "Oh, Jasim is one of my best clients."
Yeah,
So it's
she
really,
is
really
awesome.
fun.
She helped me so much.
Right. Yeah, wonderful. And here is what is your experience? It's the first time you did all the one-on-one coaching thing from the professional coach. We always say, right, boss is there to help us mentor, and then friends are there, or somebody from your family is there. But how this professional coaching is different? What would you say?
it is different because these professionals, they are expert, they have the training, they have the experience to coach. That's the first thing. Second thing,
Mhm.
whatever you tell them is confidential. They're
Mhm.
not they're not telling anyone else your personal things. And if you
Right.
if you can comfortably tell everything to them, and they're gonna guide you to the right direction.
Yeah, yeah, that's you feel safe opening up.
Absolutely.
Right. And that's what I feel with my coach, right? So I can say anything I want, and the coach is here. This is what probably you might have seen too. When you're having the professional coach, it's about you only. If you are
Yeah,
talking with your friend, its friend will try to see from his point of view. There are
yeah.
different agenda. In this one on coaching, it's just for you, and I love it. I love my coach. So, so I think you do too. Excellent. And the other thing that we notice in this whole thing, that as we grow up in a career, we get scared. Probably you were also scared that, if I take a bigger responsibility, if I ask for more work will come and more stress will come, and life will become much more stressful. But it's whole this process, you'll learn the technique of reducing stress at the same time. So how that worked for you? What is
So
happening?
I don't think more work, more leadership role is not necessarily more stressful, because there are so many different ways to manage those.
Mm-hmm.
And for example, you could do a lot of delegation. You can coach your team. You have team members that you can coach. You can train them, and you can delegate whatever is low value work for you, and it's high value work for them. And you can get high value work from your bosses. So that way, how you learn to
Yeah.
do new high value work, and that's how you increase your value for the organization. And
Mm-hmm.
that's not necessarily more stressful, because you are switching some low value work for high
Mm-hmm.
value work. So that's how you increase your value. Not necessarily you are going to be overworking or anything.
Right. So you're not getting more, you're getting different high value thing.
Exactly.
That's nice. And in my webinar and all other thing, I keep saying that, the staff bosses are waiting for people to come to them with that strong leadership and strong confidence. And every single time, all the client who reach out to the skip level or even higher, they always appreciate that. Did you notice something similar? What was your
Absolutely, absolutely.
experience?
When the first time I talked to my skip level, uh, they were kind of surprised, because usually in our organization, this is not a norm to do one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
But my skip level was so happy. He said, "Hey, why didn't you start it earlier?" And when I asked for another meeting, he said, "Let's do it every week." You know,
Okay. Right.
he's so excited about, I'm
Mhm.
opening up to help out him,
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
organization, with doing some work, more
Hmm.
meaningful work for me, and so on. So
Yeah.
he's so excited about that he
Right.
wants to do every week. So that's
Wonderful.
how appreciative he was.
Right. Wonderful. So that for all the people who are listening here, that's the big lesson, or that's the aha moment that we can have here. And this is what Dasimir did. Like, I'll just reiterate for audience that sentence that you said. You went with the attitude of how can I help you? And since you went to that attitude, he's just a human being, or she is, whatever who is, that person is just a human being. And whenever we go with an attitude of how can I help you, people open up and they give all sort of opportunities. And you ask for once a month, you got once a week. There you go.
Yeah,
Right. So that is super cool. That is nicely done. And that is so authentic. So here is the thing, uh, for everyone, that Jasim, in his heart, he's a very helpful person. He always goes out and helps his colleagues and other people in his family. He told me so many things about it. But when it comes to skip level and all, we tend to stop ourselves with those fear and inhibition. So
absolutely.
what happened Jasim with Jasim is that he just tapped into his that leader inside him, which is so helpful, compassionate, and just presented that part of him to his bosses in skip level, and boom, wonderful things are happening. Yeah. So how do you see your and one more would you like to share how it has impacted your personal life, your family, your kids, and how they're getting benefited by that?
Yeah. So from the course, I learned to listen with empathy. That's very important
Mhm.
nowadays, at my workplace as well as at home. So that
Mhm.
actually is helping a better understanding in my family, with my kids. I have two children, and with my wife. So everyone nowadays it's more understanding. It was not like that before. It's more
Mhm.
understanding and not a lot of emotions, in terms of anger and this and that happening anymore.
Beautiful, right? So they got the real best husband and best dad that was inside you. It just
Absolutely.
showing up more often now. It's so
Yes.
nice, so nice. Yeah, and what was I gonna? Right. So, given this all this experience, what would be there are a lot of people watching this. What will be your message, or how would you motivate, or how would you inspire other people to transform their life? What do you have to say about setting up big goals?
Yeah, so I have set big goals for myself because I feel confident I can do it, and hopefully it's gonna happen. I'm very
Yeah.
much confident about that. But everyone else can. I mean, anyone else can do that. There is no one. There is no reason you should not be have big goals. If you go through a program like this, if you do the work, you can achieve big goals. And this program is a great resource for many of the people out there.
Right. Super nice. Thank you.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah. And how do you see what do you see happening? 6 months, 1 year, anything you would like to share your vision? What do you see happening going forward?
Uh, so I'm gonna continue what I'm doing, which is
Uh-huh.
the knowledge I learned from this
Uh-huh.
program. I'm going to be continuing applying those,
Mm-hmm.
reviewing those, applying those, and this is like it's a fire started, and the fire is gonna go on. I'm just gonna keep refueling it. It's gonna go
Mm-hmm.
on, and the results are gonna come. Results are gonna come
Yeah.
in 6 months, end of this year. Maybe,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm not sure yet. Uh,
Right.
promotion is a big possibility there. So, and
Excellent.
then again, there are other things gonna come. I don't exactly know everything, but
Mhm.
I believe that since the fire is going on,
Uh-huh.
and there are gonna good things coming.
Excellent, nice. So we all sending all the positive energy of creative visualization, and we'll see you again in 6 months doing another success story, just like Priyanka did. Right? So she
Yeah,
came, and then after few weeks, she came again with a big, tangible success story. So we see the
yeah, it will be my pleasure to be here again in 6 months.
yeah, totally. We are looking forward for that, and that's the beauty, right, of our program. That we this program never ends in technically. Yeah, I see every day in the Leaders for Life, morning meditation. So we keep in touch and keep in contact, and we're gonna keep working with you and seeing your glorious success going forward. So thank you so much for sharing all this thing today.
Thank you, Robbie, for having me.
Yeah,
I
okay.
appreciate everything.
Wonderful. Right. So for all of you who are watching this video, this is amazing thing is happening with our company, the leader inside you. More and more people just like Jasim are joining every single week, and they are transforming themselves, and not only themselves, they are bringing so much energy, they are bringing so much goodness, they are bringing so much help to themselves, their family, and their world, and everything is they are turning it around. And not only they are becoming a lot more happier in the moment, they are opening up their heart, they have become a lot more confident, they are reaching out to their skip level, and a lot of new pathways for their career success are opening up, and many are getting super cool results within few weeks also, and many are getting after a month or so. But it is happening for sure, and that can happen to you too. And for that, you have to take that first step, simple first step of watching the webinar. I have posted a link. Just watch that webinar, and if you watch the entire webinar and if it really resonates with you, for some people it really really resonates with them. One of my clients who came and said, yeah, he was sitting in a parking lot, he said, not gonna move until this webinar is over. So it could be, so for many people it resonates so strongly that it captivates their mind. So that's the webinar that Jasim started with. He watched that webinar first, and that's how he got an opportunity to talk with me. So if you watch this webinar, towards the end, you'll get an opportunity to set up one-on-one appointment with me or one of my coaches, and we'll see where you are, and how we can, if we can help you with this, and then we will start your transformation journey just like Jasim did. And the thing is, this, it doesn't take years and years. It can be done in a very short amount of time. You'll be very surprised. So that's my invitation for you to go ahead and click this button at the bottom, and watch this webinar, and hope to see you again. No, I will hope to see, get the chance to talk with you. So going back to Jasim, thank you so much for
Okay.
letting me be the part of this transformation journey and watch it, because that gives me immense amount of pleasure to see how human beings are capable of changing their mindset and create something amazing.
Thank you, Ravi, for the program. It's an excellent program, and thank you for inviting me to the program, accepting me to the program, and helping me out.
Great. See you soon again.
Bye.
Bye.